What, based on your experience as an author, as working behind the scenes, what piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to become an author?
I say just do it. Just write. Whether you just writing random notes or just writing stuff as it pops in your head, just write. Cause that's how I got started. I had a topic. I finally came up with a topic I want to write about, and I just write. And stuff like I wrote about, you could take that from like a diary or something if you just write down stuff you go through on a day to day or whatever. So I say just grab.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast, powered by CTR Media Network. And we are here live at LitCon, South Carolina, presented and sponsored by Blue Impressions Publishing. And today, this event has made history in the state of South Carolina by featuring and honoring authors, yes, authors, and it's brought to you by the amazing Lena Webb. And you just met her husband, and guess what? It's a family affair, okay? It's a family affair. So we have her beautiful daughter here, and I wanted you to share a little bit about yourself and a little bit about yourself, your background, and a little overview of your book. Don't give them all the tea now.
Okay. So my name is Nyla. I'm 28. I have one child. He'll be one next month. So I'm a new mom. I'm from Detroit, but I recently moved to Alabama last year just to be closer to family. My book is like a self-love, self-worth discovery type of book. It really just gives some stories of things that I've dealt with that I feel like probably everybody's dealt with between, like, whether it's just friendships or relationships or just somebody you dealt with that we probably knew we shouldn't be dealing with or involved with, and just how to get out of those situations and recover from them.
You know, when I think about what you're talking about, especially being a young woman in your 20s, Lord, that was eons ago for me. But anyway, I digress. But speaking about those topics, normally in your 20s, you don't hear too many women going in depth about this. So what inspired you to talk about this topic and to dig deep? What inspired you to do it?
I think I really kind of got in my head about it like while I was pregnant, because that's when I started writing it. Because I was just like reflecting, like, I don't know why this situation didn't work. I was actually sitting out talking to my mom, and I was like, well, I don't know how this situation works. She was like, oh, that person was this. And I'll be like, well, this person, this. She'd be like, that one I've seen that one from a mile away or something. And then it just made me realize, like, you know, sometimes we blame ourselves for stuff, and it's not ourselves. Sometimes we just be loving people that don't deserve our love. Or we just like try to force something, and we already see like what they call them now, red flags. We already see all the red flags, and we still try and try and try. So I was like, this should be something I write about. 'Cause she's already doing the books and her whole publishing thing. So I'm like, maybe that's something I can write about. Because if it's anything, I done dealt with my fair share, and I know, like, and like I said, friendships too. Like you got friends that's like unsupportive. That's one of the topics I go over: unsupportive, narcissistic. Just lying, people that just be randomly lying, stuff like that. So that's why I say you can equal it to friendships and relationships. So I was just kind of reflecting. I'm like, everybody's dealt with something, even if it was like a high school relationship. It was just, you know, something, you know, or it could be like that friend that you just don't want to let go of because they was close to you during a hard time, and you're like, oh, I see all of these negative signs, but I just don't want to let go of them because they were such a good friend during this time. But then they just be lying all the time. Like every time you ask them to do something, they just be lying, or they just never want to support you. But you swear they're a good friend, but they not, you know, there when you need them. So that's why I was like, let me write about this, because I feel like everybody can really relate to it.
I agree with you on that for the simple fact that I like the spin on the topic, because normally when you hear someone speak about this, it's more based towards a romantic relationship, and we equate some of these behaviors with, okay, it has to be some type of romantic entanglement or a relationship. But the fact that you brought something to our attention just now when you said it could be friendships, we don't think about a friend could be narcissistic, a friend could be poison, toxic to us. We don't necessarily go there when we think of the word friend.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you polarizing this and bringing them both, I feel like it's going to be able to benefit, especially young people, because you're growing, you're learning, and you see these personalities, and you know it make you feel some type of way, but you're saying, well, maybe it's me. No, it's not you. It's them.
Right.
It's them. Okay, and so I love the fact that you are touching those topics. And how do you want your book to impact the readers?
I want the reader to just one, understand like it's not you, it's sometimes it's other people, and just know how to bounce back. Like, don't ever just be stuck in your head like, oh, like this person, or I don't waste the time on this or whatever. Like, I want it to more so be like a reflection and just bounce back from it. Don't sit on it too long. It's cool to address it, know the issue, address it, but just learn how to bounce back and how to learn how to avoid doing that again. Or like when you see those signs, learn how to, okay, nope, that's already a no, and just recover from it.
I love that. That should be her slogan, to bounce back. Okay, I heard the word bounce back, and you mentioned that more, and I was like, that is exactly what you need to do. You need to bounce back from whatever type of relationship, whether it's romantic or is a friendship. Okay, you need to figure out when you see those red flags, don't sit there and just take it. Bounce back and recover, and they can use your book. So when I think about LitCon, you are a featured author here, as well as you're the daughter of the visionary of the of this amazing event, which is Lena. And so I'm sure you work behind the scenes in order to make this event so epic. So when you thought about this event, what did you look forward to as a person who worked behind the scenes to make it pleasurable for all of us, which, thank you, we enjoyed it. What did you look forward to?
I look forward to the networking. As many of these events we've done, it's always new people, whether it's people that come in and shop, or it's aspiring authors that come in, or just other authors. So I like just networking, hearing what other people's books are about, their journey to get through it. I'm not like a creative writer, so I like talking to the people that dig into that creative mindset and can like create a whole story, especially when they got like a book this thick and and it's about whatever it's about. So I like, it's a girl out there, her last name Wilson. Yep. Yeah, she got like 25 books, and they all like made up stories, like stuff like that. I like to network with those type of people, because that's not something I ever see myself being able to do. Like, mine is about real life stories, that stuff that I've been through, and I was able to just write it down. So I like the networking part of it.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm loving as well. So when I think about LitCon and what you guys was able to do and accomplish for us as attendees, and then you being a part of, the inner workings of LitCon, being the family, what, based on your experience as an author, as working behind the scenes, what piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to become an author?
I say just do it. Just write. Whether you just writing random notes or just writing stuff as it pops in your head, just write. That's how I got started. I had a topic. I finally came up with a topic I want to write about, and I just write. And stuff like I wrote about, you could take that from like a diary or something if you just write down stuff you go through on a day-to-day or whatever. So I say just grab that pen and paper and just write something. It'll all come together after you write so much. You'll be able to piece it all together. But yeah, just start.
That's a good example, because you didn't describe yourself as a creative, but you are a writer. Right. So for many people who feel like they're not creative, but they can write or they want to share their experiences, you gave them something very tangible that anybody can do. You said write little bits and pieces until you come up with it. Because thinking about becoming a writer when you're not a writer or an author, the whole concept of writing an entire book can be overwhelming.
Right.
So I love the fact that you said bits and pieces over a period of time. So no excuses. She said bits and pieces over a period of time until you create that whole overall thought of what you want your book to come or become, I should say. So tell us the title of your book and where people can go and pick your book at.
The title of my book is Things I No Longer Accept. You can find my book, I want to say it's LitCon, litcon.com/NylaBL. I believe that's what it is. And on there, I have a Stripe set up where you can order them directly from me and purchase them like that.
All right. So before we wrap up, could you share any small, not a lot, a small like quote from your book or something that will draw people in to buy it? It can be the back, reading a sentence from the back of your book.
Let's see.
What it tells about it.
Nayla Payton inspires readers to challenge social norms, overcome self-doubt, and create a life of genuine fulfillment. This book invites readers on a transformative journey toward self-discovery, self-love, and a deep appreciation for their own unique worth.
Listen, she said transformative. That means you're going to be renewed, honey. So if you're looking for some transformation, you want to be rebirthed, reformed anew, you need to get this book.
Yes.
And listen, you can check out her book and her father's book and her mother's book all at litcon.org. And also just follow the entire brand because I'm sure her mom has all of their information out there for you to be able to purchase. And just so that you won't have to look too much, I'm gonna make sure I get the direct link to her stuff from her mom because I know she got all the links.
I have the link to my Instagram. My Instagram is at I am DJ Adore ADOR. So the links are in there also.
Okay, go to her and hit that follow button while you're there so you can get notified when she put out content. Thank you so much for giving me some time. I enjoy having you on today's show. You guys, check out her and all the other amazing LitCon authors that we featured over this weekend. As you can see, they all have different perspectives, different ways of presenting their uniqueness to the world in order to impact your life for the better. So I encourage you, go out and find your piece and snatch your piece of happiness through the pages of one of these books. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast, powered by CTR Media Network, and we have officially wrapped. Make sure to tune in this time, same place, next week. Bye. CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to CTRmedianetwork.com.